Hello guys, this is a detailed review of Micromax FunTop P362 tablet. Okay, now first let's have a physical look at this tablet. This is the front side of the tablet. Here is the in-call speaker. Here is the front camera and the LED notification light. And this is a 7-inch display of resolution 480 by 800 pixels. This display is not so good. On the top there is the power button and there are the volume rocker keys. On this side there is nothing. On the bottom also it's there nothing. And on this side here is the micro HDMI port, the 3.5 mm headphone jack, the micro USB port and the charging cable. I have attached the charging cable because I wasn't using this tablet for quite a few time. And this is the memory card slot and this is the SIM slot. And on the back it's a 2 megapixel rear camera, it's Funbook Talk logo and the rear speaker, and this was the front speaker and front camera. Now let's switch on the tablet and have a look. Okay, this is the lock screen. Lock screen we can either unlock, go to the camera, or we can also go to the Google Now, because it's a Jelly Bean tablet. Now let's unlock the tablet. Now let's have a look at the quadrant standard score of this tablet. Okay. Let's see some system information. It has an ARM v7 processor of 1000 MHz. Micromax says it is 1.2 GHz, but actually it's only 1 GHz. A single core processor. The display is of 800 into 432. And the sensors are accelerometer, magnetic field sensor, orientation sensor, gyroscopic sensor, proximity sensor, light sensor, vector sensor, gravity sensor, linear acceleration sensor, orientation sensor, and corrected gyroscope sensor. Now let's have a look at the full benchmarks. Okay, now let's talk about the general performance of this tablet until the benchmarks are completed. I was not happy with the first tablet I received because that was a defective unit, so I sent it back to the Flipkart and they replaced it for free. And now this is the second unit. It's not defective, but I'm not quite happy with its performance. It's quite laggy, its screen is not that good, but it is acceptable for a 7000 tablet. Right now the best value for this tablet is 6649 and you can get it from flipkart.com for that same amount. On Flipkart they're running a 5% discount on. You should buy this tablet from Flipkart because if your product is defective they will replace it in within 30 days. Okay, as you can see the benchmarks are quite slow because the tablet is slow. Let's wait some more time. And the benchmark score for this device is 2417, which is quite low for this device, but considering the single core processor it's acceptable. 2417 quadrant score. Okay, now let's have a look at the Ninamark score. Let me go to all these applications. Ninamark 2. I have already done a Ninamark 2 score, but now let's run it again. The score I got last time was around 42 FPS, which is quite good because the resolution of this tablet is quite low, then the graphics performance improves. And the score is 42.5 FPS. Okay guys, now let's do the multi-touch test. Okay, now let's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. It can take up to 5 touches, and that is enough for gaming and things. The touch sensitivity is not so good, but it's quite okay. There are some points in the screen where the touch is not very sensitive, so check your tablet completely before buying it. Okay, now let's have a look at the system information of this tablet. The storage. The storage where you can install apps and app data is around 1 GB. It's written 1.98 GB, but it's around 1 GB. You get 1 GB for apps and storage. And the total space. The total space is 1.92 GB, where you install your where you can store your media and contents like pictures and music. But you can also insert a micro SD card up to 32 gigabytes. That's I think is very large and not required on this tablet, but you can have up to 32 GB storage. Now let's have a look at the free RAM in this tablet. Of the 1 GB, 235 MB is used and 643 MB RAM is free, which can give you quite a good amount of multitasking, but the processor is a little laggy, so you can't do actual multitasking, but it's okay. 1 GB RAM is fine for this tablet. Now let's look at the about device. The Android version it's running is 4.1.1 Jelly Bean. The tablet name, the system information. So now let's have a look at in the gaming performance of this tablet. I'm gonna play the Temple Run 2 game. As you can see, the gaming performance, the Temple Run 2 is running very smoothly on this tablet, so you won't have a problem with low-end games, but high-end gaming the tablet stutters sometimes. Now let's have a look at the browser. Now let's go to verge.com. It's loading up the mobile page of the verge.com. The verge.com is a heavy website, but the running okay. The scrolling is okay. Since it's a mobile website, the zooming is not available. Now let's go to the desktop. let's load up the desktop version of this website. I think there is something wrong with that. Wrong with it's loaded. Okay, now let's. As you can see, the zoom in and zoom out is not very smooth. When you zoom in, the text is pixelated, and when you zoom out, the page is still being loaded. So that's because of the slow processor. Scrolling is also not very smooth. When you scroll the tablet and you lose the screen, the screen goes white, page begins to load. But it's when you install other third-party browsers like Google Chrome or Opera Mini, the performance will surely improve because Android browser is not that good. Okay, now you can see that. Now let's run a YouTube video. It takes some. It is taking some time because my Wi-Fi is quite slow right now. Okay, now let's have a look at the. The quality is quite acceptable. You can do fast forward and back easily. But the problem is the tablet does not support 3G network, so you will have to be connected to a Wi-Fi hotspot to get the functionality of to watch videos properly without buffering. 2G networks won't support YouTube videos so smoothly. Okay guys, this was a detailed review of Micromax Funbook Talk. Now you can see there are quite a few apps running in the background. So, but still the tablet is working fine because of the 1 GB RAM. I'm not a huge fan of the processor and the lag the tablet gives me, but it's okay, quite acceptable. And some things about the build quality. I don't know you can see it or not, but there are some cracks between the display and the side body, which does not give this tablet a premium feel. Although this is a replaced tablet, the first tablet was very hard to use because that battery won't last for even an hour. Sorry guys, but this tablet is working fine, but I'm not happy with the build quality. So only go for this tablet if you really need the calling facility. If you don't need calling facility so much, there are alternative tablets like there is Samsung Tab P3110. That tablet is not calling, but that tablet it is available for around 9,000 rupees, which is quite a good deal because that's a branded tablet. Now if you don't want to go for branded, there is Lava eTab Extron Plus. That tablet has a high resolution screen, a better processor, and that has 1.5 GHz dual core and the newer version of Jelly Bean. You can have a look at that tablet too. Thank you guys. Thanks for watching.